Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we're taking some tires from Bismarck, I think that's how you say it, North Dakota to Fargo, North Dakota. This was a request by Luke. He asked us to do this. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get this job rolling here. So I already have the trailer hooked up here, because it always takes me forever to hook up to trailers. So I just did that in advance here, and we're gonna go ahead and head on our way. Got my fancy dance music. Apparently, according to YouTube, this is what they consider dance music, so that's why I said it's fancy dance music. Whether or not it's actually fancy or not, I don't know, but that's how they described it, as dance music. So I don't know. Alright, we're turning right up here. And there's actually a movie called Fargo. I don't know if I can't remember if it's based in North Dakota or not, but I'm assuming it is based on the name of the movie and the fact that it's a location in North Dakota, but you never know. This is a pretty short trailer in comparison to the last couple trailers we've taken, actually. So it should be kind of interesting. It's only 275 kilometers, so nothing too crazy. That seems to be a good amount of time, or a good distance for the trips, at least. I find, at least. All right, let's turn left here. If we get a chance to go. There you go. Let that guy go. Try not to clip that car as we drive around. Of course, it advances, though. Jeez. You think they would stop, actually, but they never do. They just continue their advance towards you despite the fact that you're turning. Yeah, that's a great way to get hit by a truck. And then what will end up happening in real life, let's say the car actually did that. In real life, the truck would probably just sit there and be like, what do you want me to do? Most likely, because there's nothing else that the truck could really do. Mine is backing up in the middle of an intersection. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but that's an example. So here's what our trailer looks like right here. Actually looks pretty good with the truck, now that I'm looking at it. So I guess these tires came from a farm, and they need to go to Fargo. Should be kind of interesting. Apparently they needed tires there, or maybe they're used tires, I don't know. I don't know what the United States does with their used tires. I'm not sure if they have like a specific program for them, or if they just throw them in the dump. I don't know. I'm not sure what Canada does actually either. I know they have some recycling programs, but I don't know what exactly they entail. Like, I don't know if they include a lot of different stuff, or if it's just like some specific little things. I don't know. That would be kind of curious. Really, car, you're going kind of slow here. 121 kilometers an hour, and I'm going faster than you in a semi-truck. Come on. Give him the dirty look as we drive by. I'm trying not to crash. Oh, goodness. Let's get back into the right lane there. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess some places what they do is, I've heard of some places breaking down the tire and actually using it in asphalt. I've heard of that happening before. Perhaps they could melt the tires and use it for tire or something like that, or liquid rubber or something. I don't know. I'm assuming they're recycled quite a bit, because the amount of tires that are produced in society today is probably quite a lot. So I would imagine that they would have some sort of recycling plan in place for them. I could only assume, like, although often when you assume, you do get into trouble. So maybe I shouldn't do that, but. This is what North Dakota looks like, apparently, according to the game. Just a flat open field. Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know. I know North Dakota, I think it's the Dakotas that are close to the Rockies, if memory serves. Let's just check on the map here. So if I look, we are in Bismarck. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm thinking of Colorado. That's what I'm thinking of. Because the Rockies, so like if you start from Calgary right here, and you go west of Calgary, the Rockies kind of like start in this area. So like Jasper's part of Jasper National Park, and there's Banff National Park in there too. I'm surprised they don't have Banff, surprisingly. But the Rockies are like all up in here. So maybe I was wrong. there is no Rockies in North Dakota. What's North Dakota known for then? Is it cattle, perhaps? I've seen a couple maps, like for Farming Simulator, for example, that are pretty big, and they're based out of the Dakotas. So I don't know if they're actually like accurate or not. There's another El Camino. Apparently, North Dakota likes their El Caminos, and there's a Land Rover, which probably makes more sense in North Dakota. Prius. Well, but yeah, I'm not sure what North Dakota's known for. I'd actually have to look that up. Because I don't know much about North Dakota. And I think there's a song with North Dakota, South Dakota. It's like an old one from the 50s. But that's all I got, honestly. If you know what North Dakota is known for, leave me a comment below, because I have no idea. Maybe Luke knows, because he asked us to go here. Nope, we're good on fuel. Don't even stop with that chevron there. What's the other one over there, Sad? It doesn't say. I can't read at least. Not without crashing, that's for sure. Let's get in the left lane here. I suspect I'm going faster, or going to go faster than these cars here. But I don't know. I know there's lots of, from what I know about Farm Sim at least, it seems like there's lots of farmland in, oh, come on, Jeep. You're lucky. It seems like there's lots of open farmland in North Dakota, or South Dakota maybe even, in the Dakotas. I'm not sure if people refer to them as the Dakotas, but in my mind that makes sense because there's two of them. I guess it could be the same thing for Carolina. I think there's a North Carolina, South Carolina. And what else is there? North, South. There's Virginia and West Virginia. I discovered that a while back. Now it's like there's a West Virginia, or there's a Virginia and a West Virginia? I don't know. I did read a little bit of history about that, but I totally forget it now. Something to do with, you know, I don't know, I can't even remember actually. Not at all. Here's a nice little car, that yellow car. Nice. You don't see many of those around anymore. Not even, well, not in my neck of the woods at least. Because we have winter here and because we use salt on our roads, you tend not to see a lot of classic cars that survive. Let's say if you go to like, if you can compare us to like, let's say California or, you know, what's it, Florida maybe, for example. But here, because they use salt on the roads, you get a lot of rusted cars, so a lot of the classics don't last nearly as long here. I don't like where this line of cars is going. Ooh, that's a nice car. Nice. So yeah, we don't get a lot of classic cars like this. But this is the classic car pack from Jazzy Cats, which is why we're seeing so many of these fancy classic cars, which I'm okay with. In reality, like depending on which state you're in, you probably would see some of these maybe in like I said, California maybe, maybe Florida, some other states that don't get much or any snow. But I'm not sure about North Dakota, for example. But I don't know how accurate that it would be. But it's a mod that allows you to see some classic cars, which is nice because classic cars are awesome. Probably not the best on fuel economy, but they're awesome to look at and to drive, I'm assuming. I've never driven a classic car. No, not really. I used to have a Camaro way back in the day. It was given to me. Needed a lot of work. That's why it was given to me. Like, hey, do you want a Camaro? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I was like 16 at the time, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And I'm like, oh man, I don't have the money to do anything on this car. A sad realization of life sometimes. It was a cool car though. The guy who had it before me, he, I had been in the car a few times because it was like his like everyday car, and it was fun to drive because of it, but because it was a Camaro, but it needed a lot of work. I think there was like rust in like the what do you call the wheel? Not the wheel wells. The I don't know. You call those things? Not a car guy. Not a gearhead. That's the description they would say. I like cars, but I don't necessarily know how to fix all cars and stuff like that. Which is why a car mechanic simulator is so good for me. Because like you learn a little bit about it. Of course, you can't apply everything to real life, but you know it helps. Every little bit helps. Like I've done some mechanic stuff. Ooh, nice. I've done some mechanic stuff back in the day when I was in high school. I took an automotive class, so I know a little bit about stuff. But cars have changed a lot since I was in high school. Let's give this guy a little bit of leeway here, or not, or the car just get in my way. Jeez. Yeah, but yeah, cars have changed a lot since I was in high school. How long has it been now? Maybe 15, 20 years now almost? No, has it been that long already? Ugh. I guess it has been close to that long. So cars have changed a lot. So like back when I was in high school, they never had hybrid cars. I don't think. Did they? No, I guess they would have. There was a hybrid car from way back when. A Honda, I believe. It was a Honda. I don't know what kind of car it was, but it was an electric car that was actually in San Francisco, I think. It was really popular in that neck of the woods. And for whatever reason, the car companies got rid of it, essentially. I believe it's in the documentary, whatever happened to Who Killed the Electric Car, I think that has Bill Gates. Does it have Bill Gates? Or what's his name? Governor Gore. Or, well, I guess not a governor anymore, but Al Gore. There we go. Ooh, that's totally the wrong button. There we go. I don't know if we need to slow down that much, but we're just going to assume we do. Because I would not want to go around this bend at 121 kilometers an hour. Okay, we can turn that off. Looks like we're turning left at some point. It's funny, when I first started floating gears, I used to float them like super quick, because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. But over time, I discovered that you don't really have to do it super quick. So if you do it super quick, that's when you get the grinding, like, that's when you get that. Oh, that's not good. That's when you get that grinding of gears, when you do it super quick. But the key is to let the RPMs drop a little bit more. Is this our turn here? Looks like it is, yeah. Surprised I didn't get a ticket. Alright. Let's take this a little bit slow. Oh, that's a nice one. Go into the other lane. Nice. Yeah, so originally I thought you had to like switch the gears super quick, but you don't. It's more about like you kind of give it time to the RPMs to drop. Oh, of course you would change lights. You give RPMs a time to drop. Wow, you're like in the middle of the intersection. You're turning right. Jeez. So it's kind of interesting what I've learned over time, I guess. I don't think I'd be able to float gears in a real truck, but although apparently what I've been told, you can feel it a lot more in a real truck. Let's see if I can do this out. This is what it looks like when you turn. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Oh, that's a pretty cool little, look at that trailer. The Meridian trailer. That's neat. I think there's that trailer is actually in Farm Sim, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it's that specific version, but I seem to recall it being in Farm Sim. Maybe it was in 15. I don't know if it made it to 17, but it's like a seed tender trailer. That's super cool. I'm surprised we saw it in this game. That must be one of the recent packs that I added. I put in Jazzy Cat packs, and I think that might have been what it was. Go ahead, Jeep. You're like already there. Ooh, there's a nice car. Alright, here's our drop off. Which side is it? Is it on the right side? Looks like it is, yeah. Is it really back in there somewhere? No. Okay. Just had to check there, because I was about to go into the service center right there. But looks like I do not need to. If memory serves, this point is right. Yeah, it is. Put our flashers on so people know we're maneuvering. Actually, I was watching a truck the other day maneuvering into his parking spot, and he definitely had his flashers on. It's kind of interesting. Watching I guess a quote-unquote professional or a real trucker do his job. It was kind of neat. All right, let's see how we did here. Decouple the trailer. Did we do a good job? Excellent. Sweet. We had consumed 108 liters of fuel. bonus for parking, 15 XP, nice. Proficiency bonus, sweet. So we are still an instructor apparently. Excellent. All right, folks, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed that little episode for going from Bismarck, North Dakota to Fargo, North Dakota. And if you have a suggestion for the load we should do next, leave a comment below. My name's Ian Robson. I'll catch you guys later.